So how does that relate to innovation then? Is it, are they one and the same? Are you talking about a framework that innovation is about customer centric, or is it about the product, or is it?
Yeah, I think that's what we're talking about. I mean, if you look back in time at the percentage of research and development dollars and how they've been invested, the percent of dollars that were invested in new to the world, or at least new to the company, declined pretty significantly in the sort of 80s, 90s, because there started to be this focus on very fast time to market. And so I can put something in the market once every 3 months if I don't make it a very big change in my existing product. And so as a result, we ended up with a lot of companies that weren't designing in the sort of new to the world, new to the industry, or creating new segments. And so what's happened is that companies are trying to come back up that cycle and figure out how you invest more in that front end. How do I think of new things? And of course, technology is now changing at such a rapid rate that we have to think differently about what we're doing. So take Uber as an interesting example in the transportation industry and what's happening there. So I've got Ford and Chrysler and GM, I've got a bunch of big car companies, and certainly somewhere in the depths of their research and development organization, they're working on self-driving car technologies. But what really pushed self-driving car technologies forward was Google saying they were interested in playing in that space. And then along comes Uber, and they say, how can we structure the way you get from point A to point B differently? It's not a taxi, it's not a bus, it's a personal car. So they make a relationship with Carnegie Mellon and they get self-driving car technology. Now they're flying helicopters to get people to the Sundance Film Festival. So they're breaking a bunch of molds. So we're now at a point where we have to start innovating entire systems, right? And listen, there's a lot of issues with Uber. There's no question. That's a whole, that's important to this conversation as well, because we have to decide with these new economic models, who gets the value from them and how do we deliver value back to the people who've participated in creating that value, et cetera, right? So there's business model innovation that needs to be done about it. But until self-driving cars actually could drive, we've sort of pretended like the same old would work. Now all of a sudden, all the car companies have innovation labs in the Bay Area, right? In the last few years, they've all moved here because they're trying to access what's Tesla doing, what's Google doing, right? So it's an innovation system that is creating that kind of change.